Hello, hello. It's the most wonderful day of the week. It's our Wednesday.
Hey, hiya, papayas.
I'm so glad you're here. I am so glad you are here. I am here every single day of the year, and I have been for years, over 5 years.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, other than 2 emergencies, I've been here for almost 5.5 years, actually.
Yep.
Yeah. So, but we get together. Just put your political questions in the chat before I come on. We have got epic troll slayers you have made this possible. Thank you. And we have got a fantastic community because of your kindness. You have been so kind to each other and so kind to us. Thank you. And if you're watching on replay, hello. Thank you for watching. All the questions are listed in the description box. Check down there because all the questions are there, and Miss Sarah will be time stamping as we go. Or you can pick and choose what you're interested in, or you can watch back on a higher speed, which I do. I do a lot on YouTube, actually. Mm-hmm. Tammy says, "Love the kitties, but where's the round hole?" I don't know. What am I missing?
I'm not sure.
Oh, okay. Anyway, yeah, the kitties. Oh, the kitties. And then Sarah and I both have nails. I've got these daisies, and it's kind of hard to see, but I've got these daisies and grass.
Those are so cute.
Cute. And they match the little eyeballs.
Mm-hmm. And I'm over here just brown to match yeah.
Oh no, but they're like shapes.
Yes.
Oh, nice. Oh, so. Wow. Very fun, very hoity, very toity.
Yas. Oh, goodness. Oh, square peg in a round hole, Tammy says. Okay.
Thank you.
All right. Y'all. Do you want to read on today's episode, or are we diving right in?
On today's episode, Felon's felonies are being debated in appeals court today.
Mm-hmm.
Work has begun to fully bulldoze and pave over the White House Rose Garden to give it a Mar-a-Lago Style patio. And Tulsi Gabbard fed all of the unreleased JFK files through an AI chatbot and then let it decide which files to reveal.
And bragged about it.
Have you guys, are you familiar with Meg on, I don't know if she's on YouTube, but I know she's on TikTok. And she does history of like pop culture and relationships and.
Mm-mm. Oh, wait, yes.
Tagline right at the beginning. Do you remember when we had presidents who were not a national embarrassment and destroying and weren't destroying everything who weren't tacky? I do. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
All right, folks. At 4 minutes in.
Breaking news. Bless Brian Wilson has passed. Bless him.
Oh.
He brought great joy to the world. He really did. Bless him. Bless his family. Bless.
Poor Carney and her sister. Wendy, right? I think. I'm not sure.
You're better at pop culture knowledge than I am.
Oh. All right.
My aquarian friend.
Yes. Well, this morning I was walking around thinking, wonder how people would react if they found out that the Ninth Doctor injured Obi-Wan Kenobi in a fight and gave him that scar in the center of his forehead. But yeah, they were both in the movie Shallow Grave, and at one point Christopher Eccleston knocks him in the head with a shovel, and he did it. And that's course, I have an actual mole there, but that is not natural on Ewan McGregor. That is a scar from the Ninth Doctor. So the Ninth Doctor took out Obi-Wan once upon a time. So yeah, my brain works in pop culture. It's just rhythm with the tism over here. So
I love it. I love it.
Thank you. All right.
And I always find it fascinating how you and I have so much in common and are just such good friends, such best friends. And you're ADHD and I'm OCD.
Mm-hmm.
And we're both diagnosed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So they're completely different, but at the same time,
there's some overlaps every now and then. There's some complementaries here and there.
I think it's more, complimentary. Yeah. But poor Sarah, as I'm working on something, and she's just like, gentle reminder, you have a live stream in 5 minutes. Oh, I know, it's not done.
Oh my gosh. Okay, y'all.
Where are we just saying now? Tell us stories about Leonardo DiCaprio.
Oh, I don't have any Leo stories.
I don't have any nice ones.
Well, this is true. Yeah. Oh goodness. All right. At 6:40. Sorry. Trump's quest to erase his criminal conviction heads to a federal appeals court today. It's a 3-judge panel appeals court. It's one way he's trying to get out to get last year's hush money verdict overturned. Will he succeed?
Which one is this?
The hush money case.
So the 34 felony convictions?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I didn't even hear about this.
Oh, yeah, no, it's today. So I'm expecting something to drop in. I mean, whatever it is, if it doesn't go his way, he's going to go to SCOTUS. But
I'd like to remind everybody that when President Moron decided he was going to put tariffs on everybody, and then for China, he jacked it up to 125%. I just want to remind everybody that in retaliation, China jacked up their tariffs on U.S. goods as well. However, it was a little puzzling because they only jacked the tariff percentage up to 34%. China jacked up the tariffs, one for every one of Trump's felony convictions. I'm not the world's biggest fan of China, but dang.
Yeah.
He's so awful. Oh, what you ball? So he had to get lawyers and he had to go through all of that and he had to sit there and he lost. Oh, 3 of Swords. And then he was supposed to pay out the money. Wasn't he? Wasn't this part of him having to pay money as well as having 34 felony convictions? Mm-hmm. 2 of Wands. So he's still trying to.
Yeah.
I wonder if has he not paid that money?
I am not sure.
Couldn't find your way out of the bathtub. He couldn't find his way out of the bathtub this morning. He's in there with the curtain closed, just crying and crying. He got himself in there.
It says that the judges in the Second U.S. Circuit Court of Appeals spent more than an hour grilling Trump's lawyers this morning and the appellate chief for the Manhattan District Attorney's Office. And they have not issued a ruling yet. I don't see anything about whether or not he's paid funds or not.
Okay, because this is in a better position, and that's a lot of money. That's a lot of money. And these aren't, let me get out Old Faithful. These aren't cards of I'm free. These are cards of it's going to cost you a lot of money to still be fighting this.
Oh, Deb says there's not a monetary judgment in this one, only for his contempt during the trial.
Okay. And what is he trying to get undone? The whole thing?
Yeah, he wants the felonies overturned.
And why is it taking this long? I don't expect you to have all the answers, but
that I do not know. So is this panel going to say, nope, you're still a criminal? And he's asking the federal appeals court to intervene after a lower court judge twice rejected the move. So this is his last jump. If he loses, he'll go to SCOTUS. Or he'll attempt to go to SCOTUS.
Well, this is Dumpy the Man. The card for the reading is Temperance, and behind it is this man, which is, no, actually, you are not above the law. That's what that's saying for the reading. There's disappointment.
Mm-hmm.
There's shaky ground, a day late and a dollar short, out in the cold, and Trump the businessman. These are not cards in neither deck are these cards of be free.
Mm-hmm. Oh, no. Yeah.
So.
Well.
People are saying that oh, sorry, you were going to say.
No, I was just going to say, I hear what everybody's saying in the chat, that it's a state case and that, you shouldn't cross streams. At this point, what is air? I mean, the federal appeals court decided to hear the case. So now it's going to be up to SCOTUS if they decide to hear the case. They could always say no, that they shouldn't. But is it... We all know what should and should not be happening. But All right. But I hear your frustrations. We see you. We share.
Yes.
All right. At 13:18. I and Cosmic Goat Lady both have a question. I rarely interject myself here, but here we go. Work has begun to fully bulldoze and pave over the White House Rose Garden and give it a Mar-a-Lago Style patio. Yeah. So Cosmic Goat Lady was like, is this going to happen? We all know if it's already started. I mean, they've removed sod. They're getting ready to pave as we speak. This
man is so tacky. Mm-hmm. There is tacky beyond. This man is a 5'10" bottle of Elmer's Glow. He is beyond tacky. He's.
Yeah. Oh yeah. My question is, will the ghost of Jackie Kennedy have this monstrosity struck down by lightning when it's completed? It's not really a question, but I'm irritated. I'm gonna let you come up with a better question, but I'm just.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's infuriating. Even the cat's like, what? Huh? What are you doing?
Oh goodness.
Working.
Also, in this article, is talking about how he had 2 more flagpoles installed because there weren't enough flagpoles, but made sure to note that he paid for those. He paid to have those 2 flagpoles installed.
Who believes that? Did his campaign?
I doubt it came from the personal account of.
I no way he paid out of his own pocket. There's no flipping way. Surprise! It's going to be ugly.
Lewis says Temu Versailles.
And by the way, it's full moon today. I think it was this morning, in Sagittarius. So we're all feeling, especially, but because Sagittarius is ruled by Jupiter, so this is big energy. Oh, thank you, Rose Blue. Thank you. It really helps. Need the lightning every day. All right. Knight of Wands. Yeah, go flunky. Go pave over paradise and put in a parking lot. Queen of Cups. That would be your Jackie Kennedy. 3 of Wands. She's okay. There's the government, Hierophant, 10 of Swords. Ouch. Absolute fool. I think she's actually, I don't think she's around, to be honest. At least I don't really pick up on her. I think she's gone on to other things. Yeah, I'm not picking up much. But there's your institution. There are your 10 of Swords, and there's a fool.
Oh, what a fool he is.
Yes, he is.
Okay. Speaking of fools, yay. 1730, y'all. Thank you, Kristen, for bringing this to my attention. Tulsi Gabbard, bless, gathered up all the documents, had them all digitized, what hadn't been digitized yet, from the JFK files, and fed them through a private, secure AI chatbot that they've got for the intelligent people. They have their own secure cloud AI. Yeah.
They're using ChatGPT.
And then she let this particular bot decide which files to reveal. Hey, which do you think we should toss at them? Noting that using AI in such a way in the intelligence community has been a game changer. She's feeding all kinds of files and letting AI decide what do we do now? Considering she was also in the Signal chat, are our intelligence secrets safe? Look, I'm not against using AI for certain things. There are a lot of things that it has been a game changer on. Like, hey, I'm trying to do this. Can you help me with this piece of code? Or can you help, can you proofread this for me and make sure I don't sound like just a complete idiot? I mean, I would not run our state secrets through there. Now they're more palatable with A1 steak sauce. Yes, that was hysterical. You remember that when Linda McMahon thought that AI was A1? Secretary of Education.
About that. Yeah, I forgot about that. That was good. Thank you. Whew. Okay. The cards I'm getting, honestly, are look, we have this thing now we can use. It's not the the problem with AI right now is, as great as it can be, it's only so advanced. I mean, considering, and I mean this in a good way, considering what our future as humanity looks like because of AI. Right now, AI is it's in its Texas Instruments calculator phase. I mean, it's not like the little tiny
it can
calculators.
Perform advanced calculations, yes.
Yes, but that's where we are now.
Mm-hmm.
And it's going to progress massively, exponentially, because they've got AI working on AI. But
Michelle, honey, we know that she's a Russian agent. That's old news. So,
Julie says, "Glad I stocked up on ibuprofen for the summer. Just saying. Yeah, I need to buy some more of that." Okay, this was very serious back in the day. And this JFK, this was very, very sad. Queen of Cups is here again. Again, we have, Jackie. Seven of Wands is on the defensive. She's getting a lot of static. Honestly, I wonder if she's trying to do this now to take focus away from the Epstein files. She's supposed to be releasing. Supposed to have released. But mostly I'm getting a look at what look what the funny machine can do. Yeah. So I looked to see if there was anything else. Far right communication, acting for MAGA, temperance, and hanged man. I'm not. Yeah. This is not being treated with the seriousness it deserves by people who are, let us say, unserious.
Oh, goodness.
How doing? You okay? How's the baby boo?
At 2240, Sharon and Retelling Story both have a question. How will the 14th of June counter-military parade, known as No King's Protest, go?
Have you seen the video of the tanks being brought in from Texas by rail?
No.
It's so bizarre, it looks like AI.
Oh, wow. For the record, for this and in the next couple of questions that are all sort of parade related, they almost got their own section. I don't know if anybody remembers Rage Against the Machine from back on the day, but it was almost bull-ish on parade. So, yeah.
Yes, Scary Harpy, Boo-Boos and Kitty, fresh from the shower. Just want to point out that about this parade that, Dumpy's like, it's not for my birthday. No. It's Flag Day.
The Army.
And it's to celebrate the Army's 250th anniversary. Yeah. Well, there's actual documentation that the Army had thought of maybe having some kind of parade somewhere to celebrate, maybe in DC. And the Army's idea was that it would include 300 soldiers, 4 cannons, and a marching band.
Yeah, I can see that.
And somehow, no, it's not about my birthday. Let's have 42 tanks and 50 helicopters and Dun, 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 dun.
Surprised you didn't try to resurrect the Hindenburg. I didn't read that in Tantrum. Oh. We'll get there. Oh, I didn't read that in the Tantrum toddler voice. Yeah, I know. We'll get there.
This is the No Kings protest partnership. It's a lot cheaper. The No Kings protests all across the country are a lot cheaper than $134 million for Dumpy's parade. Oh, by the way, it's up to $134 for the parade, and the Army will also be paying for any damage done to the roads in D.C. Because all that heavy military should not be on the roads. Four of Cups, not listening. La la la. Out in the cold. Two of Wands is far right communication, and there's the government. If there is anything that Donald Trump and Stephen Miller want on this earth, it is jackboots on the ground, suppressing anyone who would question their ultimate, unquestionable authority. Oh, you're okay, sweetheart. It's going to be across the it's going to be across the country. So, Warrior Witches, Boo Boos, and Kitty, I shall sashay before the camera to calm my human fan base. Oh, I'm about to lose this. So, people are coming together. This is the Six of Pentacles, the charity card. It's my favorite card in this deck. It's giving out the Halloween candy. And just watching this travesty. I also read that the major, your ABC, CBS, NBC, they're not covering the parade.
Yeah, we're looking at that here in a minute.
Eight of Wands, throwing everything it can at this. 10 of Pentacles. Yeah, this is Dumpy's. This is historical. This is Dumpy's legacy. So,
Sherry,
no violence.
We're not. Go ahead.
No, you're good. No, it's just. Sorry, go ahead. I forgot what I was going to say.
No, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt you.
No, you're fine.
No, I was just saying, Sherry, honey, we're it's not funny. It is offensive.
Everything about this. Everything is offensive about this.
Yes.
These cretins, these embarrassments to humanity, these authoritarian, vile bags of scum who are in control right now.
I mean, at this point, though, we're still on the... I have to find something to laugh at, or I'm going to just become a big bottle of nerves and go insane. Literally.
Yes. And that's the really important part, which is we try to find humor, because that's the other thing, that nothing upsets authoritarians more than being laughed at.
Yes. Yeah.
So it is if you can come up with comedy, if you can point out how pathetic they are, so that people are laughing at them, especially women are laughing at Trump.
Yeah, and we're not making fun of the military that are being forced to participate in this.
No.
This is against the majority. I mean,
they don't want it.
No, they don't want it. We're making fun of his hubris and ego.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Nemesis, please report to Washington, D.C. Nemesis, please report to Washington, D.C. Thank you.
Because this whole thing is literally, it's feeding his ego. It is Miracle Grow for his butt hattery. That's all I could say. Having said that, Chris School has a question. This is not about the military portion. This is about, because it's not a military. It's not an army parade at this point. We're not celebrating the army. We're celebrating. He's celebrating. He's trying to make us celebrate him. I'm not celebrating anything. I will publicly thank an army vet. Or yeah.
Yes.
But okay. All right. At 30:55, Chris School says, because we have to make this bigger and better, what will the final parade float be? A giant taco statue, Kristi Noem jumping out of a camouflage cake dressed like Colonel Klink from Hogan's Heroes, surrounded by fake flames, or something else?
A giant taco. Oh, that was good. Man. Okay, I'm sorry. Longtime viewers know I really do try to make this a safe place, but because it's a safe place, sometimes there are people who overstep. And I have to put my foot down, and I don't like doing it, but I'm going to have to. Sherry W., what you just said about my best friend and my guest on this channel is, you have crossed a line. And that is unacceptable here. It is not up to Sarah to call Congress demanding they stop in accordance with a law that you cited. It might have become a moot point. You made a choice not to pay attention to laws I cited and not call Congress. I'm sorry, does my best friend, as great as she is, does she have control? No, she does not. None of us individually have that much control. Please do not come for Sarah. Sarah is fantastic. And in the darkest parts of my life, it is this woman who has phoned me, who has kept me, has made a safe space for me to come out of the darkness over nearly 15 years. So that is what I'm going to say to that.
I appreciate it.
All right.
I'll also point out that Terry noted that it was brought before Congress and they still allowed it anyway. And 2, ma'am, you've been around here for a while. My congressman's going to stop this? My congressman? Mikey?
Mike Johnson is Sarah's in Mike Johnson's district. All right. Okay. Final parade float.
Yes.
All right. What could the final parade float be? And by the way, I don't really care about the incontinence. I really don't. I mean, there, but for the grace of God, go I. There are people with Crohn's disease who have, it's the cruelty to others while calling other people ugly while you look like that overall with that's where I draw the line.
Oh, Sandy, that's so sweet. Sandy gifted 10 memberships
to random people in the chat. Thank you so much. Thank you. I agree, Janet. Sarah is the best.
And Deb, thank you, honey. But I went in and I went ahead and just fast tracked that process. It's all done now.
Okay. Trying to get a sense of what was that. See, there are some people in our history who, like, if you wanted to have George Washington,
Mm-hmm.
people have some idea of what George Washington looks like, and you could just show up and kind of rectangular faced and very
Mm-hmm.
pale, and the hat and the
Mm-hmm.
we don't actually have, like, or even if you're like remember the 5th of November, Guy Fawkes, right?
Mm-hmm.
You may not know what Guy Fawkes looked like, but boy, you always get the hat.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So if you in English, if someone from England sees somebody with that hat, it's like, oh, is that, But we don't actually have something like that for Benedict Arnold.
Clock. I don't know. Yeah.
So, yeah, Benedict Arnold. We don't have a thing. Oh, thank you, Miss Gibson.
Y'all are so sweet. Thank you all, including Bestie Bear over here. Thank you for standing up for me. I'm okay, but I mean, yeah.
Okay. So is it the reality is how it's probably going to end is with him giving a speech, or him making it about, so everything turns to him.
Mm-hmm.
But a taco would be great. A chicken would be better.
A chicken taco.
A chicken taco. A big chicken taco. Oh, a piñata. There we go. Yeah. If it was up to him, he'd have cage matches too.
Yeah.
He would. You know he would.
I know he would. I know. That's why I'm just like, I can't.
Mm-hmm.
And again, we laugh to keep from slinging stuff because this world is so crazy right now.
Mm-hmm.
We have to survive. I refuse to give them my humanity.
Right.
I refuse to become now we're all going to be, we have been by the last go around, and we will be a bit by this next one in varying degrees, but we will come out of this a bit jaded. A lot jaded in different areas. I refuse to give them my humanity. I refuse to let them make me a shell of myself to where I can't enjoy life with my children or anything. Like, they don't deserve that.
Exactly.
They do not deserve that. And I'm not going to give it to them. I will find joy where I can. And I'm not finding joy at the military's expense. Unlike people on that side, I'm not finding joy at disabled person's expense, or whatever. Yeah, I just, we have to find a way to allow ourselves some grace here, because it's not going to end well for us. I want us to be able to at least recognize ourselves when we get on the other side of this.
Yes.
And by allowing ourselves to get that. And I'm not talking about anybody specifically here. I'm talking about in general, we can't let ourselves get that bitter. So, sorry.
No, you have nothing to
post for.
You're fine. I actually pulled cards on the next question, which is, Cosmic Goat Lady was asking, will Fox News be the only network covering the Big Bonkers Parade? Heard that most of the regularly watched networks aren't covering it. And I bet that burns Trump's biscuits. Actually, the card for the reading is some little heartache.
Whoa. so much woe is him. They're not covering his parade.
No. Oh, by the way, did we ever find out if that, speaking of Stephen Miller, Nazi Ferrato, did we ever find out if that Elon Musk post was real?
Grok said it was.
Okay. All right. Anyway. Oh yeah, that's Trump's base. This is my Mar-a-Lago card, his home base.
Mm-hmm.
Also meaning, it can also mean his followers. That's a card I get for that. Chaos. Page of Wands. Wheel of Fortune. I got this the other day when I read on this too. King of Cups. Oh, Rose Blue, thank you. Thank you.
You're so sweet, dear.
Oh, something just popped up on my computer. What are you doing? Go away. Go away. There we go. This is either going to play into the hands of the Democrats,
Mm-hmm.
or the only other option would be he just becomes so emotional. It's crazy. But this does not, I get weakness on their side. Wheel of Fortune and Democrats, power of Democrats. I keep getting something going wrong. And I wonder if it's just, let's see, is it going to be raining heavily?
And see, the rain thing, I kind of want, on, was it old Charlie Brown cartoons where like the little rain cloud would follow him? Was it Charlie Brown? That's kind of what I want. Like, I honestly, I do feel bad for if it rains or not. He's going to make those people be miserable in the thing. He's going to make them march regardless.
Yeah, he's that selfish.
Yeah. So, yeah.
This is just illusion.
Oh, Scanman, you're so sweet.
Scanman, thank you so much. Thank you. Yes, Cat Toy, a gully washer. That's what we want. All right, nostalgia. That he is desecrating.
Mm-hmm. That he is.
Again, this is his legacy. Sorry. Two of Cups. These would be the counter protesters, or the other protests going on, rather. This is the country. And this is where resources are being used, but also the original magician card in the, if you look at the earliest tarot decks that still look like tarot decks, we didn't get pictures on the minor arcana for centuries.
Right.
Not thoroughly. That's one of the reasons why the Rider-Waite deck became as popular as it did. But there have been major arcana cards since 1400s. But if you go back in time and you look, I've got a history of tarot, and like one of the earliest things was a man. He's a con artist. He's doing the 3-card Monty type, follow the P, as you move the cups around. These days, this card can also mean it's about your resources, what you're using, how you're using them, but it ends in just Fox News just lying through their teeth. This is just delusion. So, God is asking, do they sell older decks? Yes, they absolutely sell reproductions. And I have a number of really old decks. The problem is that there have been changes, and like I said, the minor arcana, they don't have pictures.
Right. Well, moving on at 4440, Chris Cool says Saturday the 14th is no King's Day. The G7 in Canada is scheduled for the 15th to the 17th. So the very next day. And so we've got a couple of questions on this. First off, will Taco attend? And if so, will he stay the whole time? So that's the first question.
G7, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Aw, they're gonna hurt his little feelings.
Womp womp.
Yeah, he's feeling all beaten up.
Hmm.
You know, it seems like today, with all the heinousness going on with what they're doing to immigrant families, immigrant children, all of this kind of stuff, it can feel very much like, well, the authoritarians are winning. And because MAGA is not actually, they're just sticking with the headline of, oh, they're lawbreakers, they should be thrown out, and not actually looking at the reality, then it can feel like you just throw up your hands. But there are just all kinds of indications that things are not, this is not a happy human being. Thank you, Ms. Gibson. Thank you. Thank you. It helps a huge amount. And thank you, Oxford Cat. Thank you. Warrior Witch is over in the chat singing, Taco, Taco Man. I want to be a Taco Man. Yeah. But no, he's not a happy man. Mm-mm. Chaos. Petty. Selfish. Paranoid. Fruits of labor, cult. And we're reading on No King's Day, the G7. We're reading on the G7. Okay, so they just came out with inflation numbers, and thank heavens it's not as bad as it could have been. That makes me happy because I don't want people suffering. And it is a matter of time before all of this catches, all of these absolute inept plays come back to haunt this administration. But this is the cult. There's a tower, and there's our country. And this is more and more people standing up. So if anybody if you're losing sleep or you're holding stress because this guy gets away with everything, he gets everything he wants, he's really not. He's not happy. He's not happy. None of these people are happy. Seriously.
Yeah.
They have to live in their heads 24/7. Can you imagine having to live inside Donald Trump's head 24/7?
Oh, I'm nauseous.
Yeah.
Literally. I'm not. I think you might have. Number 8 was how it's going to go for him overall. How's he going to feel while in Canada? No, I didn't know if that's something that you had already kind of covered with the.
Okay. Oh, did Sandy ask that question again about Vance and Teal in Montana? Was that asked again? Was that carried over? Because I was saying yesterday I couldn't find any news on it at all.
Okay. Well, it was carried over. So,
okay.
Get that.
Okay.
Okay, cool.
They don't like him. And they don't like his policies. This is all very shaky. Then he gets mad and he starts coming up with even worse ideas. So he represents our country. 6 of Swords and 8 of Pentacles. We are pariahs. Great.
Yay. Thank you, Karen.
Thank you, Carolyn. Thank you. You're so sweet.
Yes. All right, y'all. At 50 even.
Tammy says, well, there's a lot of room in his head, but he could put that ballroom he wants.
Ooh. I love y'all. Y'all are fabulous. Orangina says he plans to phase out FEMA after the 2025 hurricane season.
I saw that. I saw them ask him about that.
Mm-hmm. So will he ultimately follow through? And there are some, while you're pulling, there are some content creators who, after the big disasters last year in Tennessee and Virginia, who really outed themselves as far right, more right than we knew. And they were indignant about how FEMA only came out and those people only got $700. Well, yeah, that's what you get at first. And then in a couple of days you get the rest, but they give you $700. Like they give you the $700 right then. So that way you can get a hotel room, get some diapers, feed yourself. I want all of those people to have that same energy when there's no FEMA. When they were calling everything, Joe Biden and Kamala Harris, everything but a child of God. I want them to have that same energy when there's no FEMA.
Mm-hmm. Also, Sarah, I have to share something that went past in the chat that I know you will particularly enjoy. Valerie from Sage the Scales Tarot. Do follow Sage the Scales Tarot.
Yes.
Just put in Ballroom Blitz. Huge Rocky Horror picture.
Well, that's from Wayne's World. That's not from Rocky Horror, but yeah.
What is the?
It's Tia Carrere from who did a cover of that in Wayne's World. But you're thinking of the time warp. Jump to the left, step to the right. Yeah.
There's something about a blitz. No?
I'll have to go back and look. Not a top but
I've never watched. I've seen a million clips, so I've never actually sat down and watched Rocky Horror. But I thought that was anyway. I'll be quiet now because you guys know more.
You're good.
Okay.
Yes, Wayne. Yeah, Sweet did the original version. Yes.
Okay. Thank you. FEMA. All right. If you've watched the interview where the gaggle of reporters, one of them was asking him about getting rid of FEMA. It's unconscionable.
I mean, it needs work. It's not a perfect program at all, but you can't just eat it.
A day late and a dollar short because of the emperor. I'm working backwards through the card. They're just coming up in backwards. Okay. Yeah, everybody's on their own. Everybody go home. You're what's left of it. Bye now. Queen of Pentacles versus the Queen of Ghosts. So this is whether you're in a blue state or a red state. Because there's a thief card right in the middle. There's a day late and a dollar short because of the emperor. Anybody who would go into the climate mess that is 2025 right before hurricane season, and also coming into the summer where we get lots of tornadoes, lots of flooding, all of this, and goes into this getting rid of FEMA. And here's the thing. If it all goes back to the states, then the blue states are going to be able to take care of their people better than the red states.
Yeah.
So is this going to, yes, Sandra Lee, but $300 million for golf? Of course. So is this going to wake up some red voters? Sorry?
No, go ahead.
Is this going to wake them up when, oh, wait, if I lived right there in that blue state, I could rebuild my house, but I'm in this red state. There used, believe it or not, there was a day when rural America skewed against the Conservative Party at the time.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Because they understood, oh, those people only care about the ultra rich. They don't care about us.
Mm-hmm.
The working man, right there. It's actually working woman, but we're talking about working man, working woman, but we're talking about the patriarchal red states. Anyway. Use some higher wisdom, some strength. This is unfinished. They're very distressed. And this is someone in red just walking away. Page of Pentacles, very like nothing, look like a nickel. It's like nothing. And there's a big old Justice card. I guess these people are going to just have to continue with their cognitive dissonance. Shooting themselves in the foot day after day after day.
Oh, Giovanna.
Thank you, Giovanna. Thank you.
Somebody said in the chat that they saw where the big parade was canceled, but I'm not seeing that.
Okay.
I'm looking up. I just pulled it up and looking at news, and I'm not seeing anything about that. The only thing I see is him threatening big military and police pushback for protesters.
Hang on, I lost my. This thing just died on me, so I can't hear. 1 second.
Okay.
And I can't see it because I... Come on, work with me here. Almost. I thought I heard something and then it went away.
You good? Are you there?
Yes, I am now. Thank you, Becky. Thank you. Yes.
Dave, real quick. I can't have a bunker. I'm below sea level. People along the coastline, Louisiana, they can't have bunkers. We're below sea level.
They don't have basements.
All right. Yeah, we can't have that. That's why everything is mausoleums and whatnot in New Orleans and along the south. Everything's above ground because you can't dig. So,
Ooh, okay. On Saturday in Washington D.C., high is expected to be 85. The chance of precipitation has gone up from 40% to 46%. But it is going to be so humid that the real feel on AccuWeather is 97 degrees.
What's the humidity? Can you see the humidity?
Real feel high, 90, 97, 90 in the shade. Medium brightness, max UV is very high. Average wind 2 miles an hour, max gust winds 8. Rain probability 46%. Average cloud cover 70%. That's all it says. Hey, a jury just convicted Weinstein of the top charges in his retrial. Yay!
We call that weather swamp booty, and I'll let you figure out how you're gonna. And that's again our poor military, and I'm dead serious. They're gonna be in full because he's gonna have them in full regalia with equipment. March. Yeah, that's swamp booty. Those,
In super humid 90-degree weather.
folks gonna have sweat in places they didn't even know they had places. So,
That's true.
all right. Oh my goodness, it is Wednesday and it is 1:15. Yeah, we probably need to wrap up, huh? Or do you want to do one more? I have a
Yeah, we can
funny.
do. Yeah. Oh no, we need a funny. I've got Shreveport on here too. On Saturday, the high is going to be 86 degrees Fahrenheit, and real feel 96 degrees. Max UV index is extreme, and rain probability 88%.
Yay. Sandra, hot. Hot. Yeah. Oh, lightning has been detected in my area.
This is what happens when we start looking at the weather app. Oh, look at this. Oh, headlines. Oh, okay.
All right. So at 1 hour, 1 minute, and 20 seconds in, y'all, Elon caved.
Oh, didn't he just?
I regret some of my posts about President Donald Trump last week. They went too far. Musk wrote on X Thursday morning. So here's the, does he genuinely regret it, or is he being made to comply in some manner?
Oh, I think before we do this, I think I need to scroll back in our conversations to let everybody see for themselves what is supposedly not a real post, according to
Elon.
But Grok is saying it is.
I love Grok.
Yeah.
Grok just owns people. And the fact that, Grok and Vivian, which is Elon's trans daughter, they are his own creations who have just turned on him so bad. So,
yeah. Well, okay. So this post has been deleted, but they got a screen capture on X, Twitter. But Grok says this was real. Stephen Miller, Nazi Ferratu, he said, "We will take back America." And Elon did or didn't post, "Just like I took your wife."
That is hysterical.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to show off the thing. I was trying to close it.
Oh, you're good.
Okay.
Oh my goodness.
But then it disappeared, and someone asked Grok, which is Musk's AI, which is very much linked to Twitter, to X. Is this real? Yeah.
Yeah.
It was there. It was just deleted. Oh, I agree. I agree, Lewis. Oh no, he didn't.
Oh yeah. So is this is this? Please don't be mad at me no more. I ain't mean it. Is he real, or is he being forced to take a knee?
See, and the thing is that he's got some big astrology tomorrow on the 12th. So we'll have to see if he runs his mouth, because it's one thing to say, oh, he's caved, he's given in, he's completely rolled over. But there's one thing to keep in mind. From what he has admitted to what we have seen with our own eyes, there is a good reason to believe, entertainment only YouTube, the man's a drug addict.
Okay.
And the thing about drug addicts is you can't trust them. You can't. They're gonna act right. they got themselves a big old extra large bag of Act Right, they're going to throw it away. They're going to.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, decisions, not so good. Not good on the decisions. Which is how he got himself into the mess in the first place.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Government. So yeah, he's worried about the contracts. 10 of Cups. Judgment. Page of Pentacles. Queen of Wands. So he is trying to get back in their good graces.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And try to portray himself as something he's not, which is
Human.
The good family man. Which one? Yeah, this is. Yeah, he did it to try to save the contracts and that sort of thing. But let me ask, will he? So is that it? Is he just rolled over and shown his belly, and that's all there's going to be to it? Because one, he's a Cancer, and the one thing I know as a Cancer moon is we can be a little changeable, which is good because it also means if we get upset, we can calm down. But we feel our feels. We feel our feelings.
And then I have a funny to show folks that's attached to this.
Well, he's gonna try. But the card for the reading is childish. He's trying to rein himself in. There's Trump's victory. He wants to be a part of the victory parade, but then there's the childishness again. And the celebration with the imbibing. So he's going to try. In the same way that I think when you have little kids, you know, they can try to be good. They really can. They can use all their willpower and be like, I am going to be good. And they try. And they're sitting there at dinner or wherever, and they're trying to be good. But this, after a while, they have this energy and it has to go somewhere. That's this.
This is terrible. This whole situation has just had me giddy. It's not funny, but you know, when it's toddlers fighting. And I really hate that I wasn't well last week, because when all this broke, like, we had plans to just clown on people for an hour and it would have been glorious. But Vivian Wilson, the Musk's daughter that I was just talking about, she was the cover model for Teen Vogue last month, and they did a whole big write-up on her. Now, yes, Teen Vogue, the editor-in-chief is Versha Sharma, who is absolutely lovely. She's actually from Louisiana. Her older sister is one of my doctors, Jaya. But Versha reached out to Vivian for a comment on Trump and Musk's feud, right? Like, do you have anything to say? And then she screenshot and posted, can I just send this image? Does that work? And it's Squidward with the fake nails and then just the girl. I was highly amused. Anyway. All right. You all are fabulous.
That's true, Kelly. As a Gemini, Trumpy could have been successful without the grift. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh, goodness. All right. Well,
that's going to do it.
That will.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. We are so grateful that you're here. So thank you. All right. So that's going to do it for today, but I will be back here tomorrow. I'm here literally every single day, every weekday, weekend, holiday, birthday. Sorry, weekend, weekday, weekend, holiday. Your birthday, my birthday. I am here. Unless there's an emergency, I'm here. And it's been wonderful having you on, Miss Sarah. Thank you.
I'm happy to be here with you and with you.
So at 3 o'clock, it's 1:25 p.m. here in the Central Time Zone, which is where we both are. Different sides of the country, but same time zone.
Yes.
And at 3 o'clock, Miss Sarah will be starting sprints on the Creative Sprints channel. Links in the description box. We just want to encourage you to accomplish what it is you want to accomplish. That's the purpose. And other than that, I will be right back here tomorrow. So I'm really looking forward to that too. So please be well. Please remember you're not alone, that we are in this together. There are good days ahead. All right. So take care, be well, and we'll see you later.